All right, so that was the routing section, and with us today is Doug Needing to talk about cleaning and sanitizing. So Doug, thanks for joining us. Doug is with Sandy Valley Schools up in the northeastern corner of the state.
Good morning, everybody. We started our process with really just laying out some basic definitions that are outlined by the CDC. Obviously, cleaning is certainly important, but it only removes germs by removing the dirt and not really sanitizing. So as we move up, sanitizing is another level that's fairly quick to accomplish, and we should be able to do that multiple times through the day. But a complete disinfecting of the school bus obviously takes a lot more time and thorough cleaning of the bus. So, next slide, please. Next slide. There we go. The other thing, our safety to our staff is very important, so we need to be very careful to follow the manufacturer's SDS sheets for the personal protective equipment required to use the chemical that you're going to choose to use. We would certainly have everybody consult with their custodial department because you already have those products in hand if they're not already in your bus garage. We also want to remind people they want to have all the windows open, provide adequate ventilation, work from the back of the bus to the front, work their way out the door, dispose of products and containers properly, and of course never mix chemicals together because that could cause an unwanted necessary reaction. And there's also a lot of green products that are out there, and at any time that it's possible, we would recommend using those for your staff safety as well as your students. There are certain items that we definitely found that we do not want to do. You'll see them listed below, but certain surfaces and that will simply be damaged permanently on your school bus by using the wrong product. Next slide, please. Protocols, again, we sort of recommend working from the back to the front and work your way out the door. Obviously, sanitizing a bus with heavily soiled areas won't do much good, so make sure it's a clean surface to begin with. We would recommend removing all trash at the end of every run as often as possible to keep that from being on the bus. And also, we need to follow the manufacturer's recommendations on the product you choose to use. There are dwell times that range generally from 5 to 10 minutes, depending on the severity and the strength of the product that you chose to use. We put a couple of video links. There's an excellent video link that was put in by Streetsboro Transportation Supervisor for bus cleaning, and actually using a very simple method with just a spray bottle, equipment that we all can easily attain. And then we've also included a link on an electrostatic sprayer, which is a highly efficient way to utilize the bus as that equipment becomes available. Next slide. We also separated our risk levels into 4 different levels, being the little or no infection within the community. We would sort of follow what we normally do daily with cleaning and disinfecting our buses on a normal routine. And then we would obviously always air out our buses when they're not in use. That's always going to be a good practice. As that level increases to the 2nd level, we would try to clean and disinfect the bus at least daily. Or I'm sorry, weekly. We clean high-touch surfaces as often as possible, sanitize at least once daily, continue to provide hand sanitizer to students and staff, air out buses when possible, and utilize electrostatic or possibly ultraviolet cleaning methods as those become available. That new technology is very promising if the cost becomes effective, and it may even be a unit that can be installed in the bus permanently to provide an option. As we increase the risk level to level 3, we would clean and disinfect more frequently and after each run if your scheduling would allow, sanitize the buses between each run, continue to provide hand sanitizer, provide airflow from front to the back of the bus throughout the route, and again, continue to use an electrostatic sprayer or ultraviolet when available. At level risk 4, we considered that schools would be closed, buses may be utilized as they're doing currently for meal delivery, and of course, if that were to occur, we would clean and sanitize the bus after each use. And we've included some resources through the CDC and the EPA N-List, which is the list of approved disinfectants, and that's updated frequently, so you want to frequently check that list. Thank you.
Thanks, Doug. And then